I have more respect for a man who lets me know where he stands, even if he's wrong.
We always said in Black Panther Party that they can do anything they want to us. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary.
So financial literacy, in this lecture we will learn about the consumer credit. So these are the following contents that we are going to learn about: consumer credit, credit cards, debit cards, difference between the credit and the debit cards. Consumer credit. So what is basically a consumer credit? It is defined as money, goods or the services provided to an individual in the lieu of payment. The amount of credit used by consumers to purchase non-investment goods or the services that are consumed and whose value depreciates quickly. This includes automobile, recreational vehicles, RVs, education, boat and the trailer loans, but excludes debts taken out to purchase real estate or margin on investment accounts. Home mortgage is not consumer credit. Credit cards. Now we will learn about credit cards. Definition. So it is defined as a small plastic card issued by a bank, businesses, etc., allowing the holder to purchase goods or services on credit. It allows the card holder to pay for goods and services based on the holder's promise to pay for them. The issuer of the card creates a revolving account and grants a line of credit to the consumer or the user, from which the user can borrow money for payment to a merchant or as a cash advance to the user. Types of credit card. So these are the types of the credit card: standard credit cards, balance credit cards, reward credit cards, charge credit cards, business credit cards, and secured credit cards. Standard credit card, also called the plain vanilla credit cards because they offer no frills or rewards. The standard credit card allows you to have a revolving balance up to a certain credit limit. Credit is used up when you make a purchase and made available again once you have made a payment. A finance charge is applied to outstanding balances at the end of each month. Credit cards have a minimum payment that must be paid by a certain due date to avoid late payment penalties. Balanced credit card. Many credit cards come with the ability to transfer balances. A balanced transfer credit card is one that offers a low introductory rate on balance transfers for a period of time. Rewards credit cards. As the name indicates, rewards credit cards are those that offer rewards on credit card purchases. Three basic types of rewards cards. First, cashback, then points, then travel. Some people prefer the flexibility of cashback rewards, while others like the points that can be redeemed for a cash or other merchandise. Travel rewards cards remain a favorite among frequent travelers because of the ability to earn free flights, hotel stays, and other travel perks. Charge cards do not have a preset spending limit and balances must be paid in full at the end of each month. Charge cards typically do not have a finance charge or minimum payment since the balance is to be paid in full. Late payments are subject to a fee, charge restrictions, or card cancellation depending on your card agreement. Next is secured credit cards, an option for people who don't have a credit history or who have a damaged credit. Secured cards require a security deposit to be placed on the card. The credit limit on a secured credit card is typically equal to the deposit made on the card, but it could be more in some cases. You are still expected to make monthly payments on your secured credit card balance. Businesses credit cards. Designed specifically for business use, they provide business owners with an easy method of keeping businesses and personal transactions separate. Mechanism of credit cards. A credit card issuing company, such as a bank or credit union, would enter into agreements with merchants for them to accept their credit cards. The credit card issuer would issue a credit card to a customer at the time or after an account has been approved by the credit provider, which need not to be the same entity as the card issuer. The card holders can then use it to make purchases at merchants accepting that card. When a purchase is made, the card holder agrees to pay the card issuer. The card holder indicates consent to pay by signing a receipt with the record of the card details and indicating the amount to be paid, or by entering a personal identification number or the PIN. Electronic verification systems allow merchants to verify in a few seconds that the card is valid and the card holder has sufficient credit to cover the purchase, allowing the verification to happen at time of purchase. The verification is performed using a credit card payment terminal or a point of sale system with a communications link to the merchant's acquiring bank. Data from the card is obtained from a magnetic strips or the chip on the card. The latter system is called the chip and pin in the United Kingdom and Ireland, and it is implemented as an EMV card. Each month, the card holder is sent a statement indicating the purchases made with the card, any outstanding fees, and the total amount owed. How credit card processing works. So the customer pays with card, the merchant captures the credit card information. Upon approval by credit issuing bank, MGI credits merchant account and submits the transaction for settlement. Back and the processor pays the acquirer and debits the card issuer account. Transaction is sent to issuer. Acquirer funds the merchant's account, bank, that is the bank, and from bank issuer posts the transaction to the customer's account. Customer receives the statement and pays the issuing bank. So this is how the cycle works. Advantages and the disadvantages. So advantages: convenience, record keeping, instant cash, build positive credit, purchase protection. And the disadvantages: overuse, high cost fees, unexpected fees, deepening your debt, and teaser rates. Now we will learn about the debit cards. So what are debit card? Definition: debit card defined as a card issued by a bank allowing the holder to transfer money electronically to another bank account when making a purchase. A debit card is a plastic payment card that provides the cardholder electronic access to their bank account at a financial institution. Debit cards usually also allow for instant withdrawal of cash, acting as an ATM card for withdrawing cash. Types of the debit card: PIN only cards, EBT cards, prepaid cards, dual cards. PIN only cards. PIN only debit cards are linked to your bank or credit union account. You can use a PIN only card to get cash from an ATM, make deposits, transfer funds between accounts, buy goods or the services from retailer, and pay certain bills online or by phone. Dual use cards. Dual use debit cards are both signature and PIN enabled and are tied directly to your financial institution account. Prepaid cards. Prepaid cards are not associated with any specific account, but instead provide access to funds deposited directly on the card by you or a third party, like a store, friend or a family member. When you make a purchase with prepaid card, funds are taken directly from the actual balance on the card. Then comes the EBT card. So the electronic benefits transfer or the EBT cards are provided by many state or the federal government agencies to people who qualify for cash payments, food stamps, or other benefits. Mechanism of debit cards. So debit cards gives you a fast, easy and secure way to make a purchase or withdraw cash. When you use your debit card to buy something or withdraw money from an ATM, the transaction usually takes 3 important steps. First, the transaction is forwarded through what is called a payment processor. Second, the processor routes the transaction to an ATM or debit network. The network then sends the transaction to your bank or credit union. Your financial institution verifies the availability of funds and then approves or declines the transaction. When a purchase is made, the card holder agrees to pay the card issuer. The card holder indicates consent to pay by signing a receipt with the record of the card details and indicating the amount to be paid, or by entering a personal identification number PIN. Electronic verification systems allow merchants to verify in a few seconds that the card is valid and the cardholder has sufficient credit to cover the purchase, allowing the verification to happen at time of purchase. The verification is performed using a credit card payment terminal or point of sale system with a communications link to the merchant's acquiring bank. Data from the card is obtained from a magnetic stripe or a chip on the card. The latter system is called chip and the PIN in the United Kingdom and Ireland and is implemented as an EMV card. Each month, the cardholder is sent a statement indicating the purchases made with the card, any outstanding fees, and the total amount owed. Advantages and the disadvantages of debit card. Advantages: prepaid card, alternative to cash, immediate transfer of funds, instant withdrawal of cash, control limit. Disadvantages: record keeping is mandatory, convenience is not always guaranteed, hidden fees are everywhere, internet scams are commonplace, safety. Difference between credit and the debit card. So credit and the debit cards are both widely used forms of payment, but they work differently and serve distinct purposes in personal finance. Here is a breakdown of the key difference between credit and the debit card, along with example to illustrate each point. Source of funds. Credit card allows you to borrow money from a financial situation up to a certain credit limit. When you make a purchase using a credit card, you are essentially taking a short-term loan. You are required to repay the borrowed amount within a specified period, usually by the end of the billing cycle. And if you don't pay the full amount, you will be charged interest on the remaining balance. Debit card. A debit card is linked to your bank account. When you make a purchase using a debit card, the funds are directly withdrawn from your bank account. You are spending your own money and there is no borrowing involved. Example: suppose you want to buy a laptop for $1,000. Credit card. If you use a credit card to make the purchase and you pay the full amount of $1,000 by the due date, you won't be charged interest. If you pay only $800, you will carry a $200 balance on which you will be charged interest until you fully repay it. If you use a debit card, the $1,000 will be immediately deducted from your bank account and then you won't owe any additional money to your bank. Credit building. Credit card. Responsible use of a credit card, including making timely payments, can help you build a positive credit history. This can be important for obtaining loans, mortgages, and other financial services at favorable terms in the future. Debit card. Using a debit card does not contribute to building your credit history since you are not borrowing money or repaying credit. Overdrafts. Credit card. You can't overspend your credit limit, but you can carry a balance and accrue interest if you don't pay the full amount by the due date. Debit card. If you attempt to spend more than the available balance in your account, your transaction may be declined, or in some cases, your bank might allow the transaction but charge you an overdraft fee. Example: suppose you have $100 in your bank account. Credit card. You can't spend more than your credit limit, say $500. Debit card. If you try to make a $150 purchase, your transaction might be declined if your account balance is insufficient. Rewards and the benefits. Credit card. Many credit cards offer rewards, cashback, travel points, and various perks for spending. These incentives are often tied to the amount you spend using the card. Debit card. While some debit cards offer limited rewards, they are generally not as robust as a credit card reward programs. Example: using a credit card for everyday expenses might earn you a cashback or airline miles, while a debit card might offer some basic rewards like small discounts on specific purchases. In summary, a credit card allows you to borrow money and build credit, while a debit card directly uses your own funds. Both have their benefits and considerations, so your choice between them should be based on your financial goals, spending habits, and comfort level with borrowing. So these are the advantages and the disadvantages. For credit card, we can see source of the funds, borrowing money from a bank or financial institution. Line of credit, carries a line of credit. Interest. Interest is applicable if completely payments are not made within the due date. Limit. Limits depends on the credit limit assigned by the bank, which can be increased or decreased. Connected to. Need not be connected to any bank account. Fees may or may not be applicable depending on the card type. Bill statements. Statements are generated as per monthly usage. Debit card. Money that you have in your bank account, no credit. Interest. No interest is applicable on the funds or from your account itself. Limits depends on the funds in your account, connected to current account or the savings account. Fees may or may not be applicable depending on the card type. Bills and the statements. Frequency depends on the savings account. So that was all for the financial literacy consumer card. Thank you for your attention.